This video is about my experience with hypochondria. So basically, if you don't already know, hypochondria or hypochondriasis is where you constantly worry about your health. You're always worrying about your health. You always think there's something wrong. You always think that there's something wrong. You get a bit of numbness in your hand, you think you're having a heart attack, or you get head pains, you think you have something wrong with your brain. Um, you get a cyst, you think that um, that's a tumor, or like just you're always worried about your health. It's always something else. So, my experience with this, I've experienced it a lot where my heart rate will be a bit high. I think I'm having a heart attack, or I'll get a head pain and I'll think that I have a tumor in my brain. I've had all sorts of these worries with my schizophrenia, and I used at one point I was going to the hospital once or twice a day. So basically in 2021, I think it was, I moved to Alberta for a month, and I probably went to the hospital 10 or 15 times in that one month. Sometimes, I don't think it was twice a day. I think it was like once a day, a few times a week. So, like 3 or 4 times a week. I always thought that I was, like, I'd get asthma attacks, but I thought I was going to die, or it was always something. It was always like I have to go to emerge to get checked because something's not right here. And then I came back from Calgary because I kind of got lonely. And so I flew back home. And I, it continued. I kept going to the hospital. I kept constantly worrying. And then suddenly I was going to the hospital because of my mental health. I had anxiety. And it was always something. But for the most part, it was physical anxieties. I was worried that I had something wrong. And my experience with this, I've experienced it a lot in the past. But in my last hospitalization, my doctor put me on Cipralex for my anxiety. And the Cipralex actually stopped my hypochondria pretty much. I stopped going to the hospital all the time. Um, so basically, I was discharged to the apartment I'm in now. I have a roommate. And basically, ever since I was put on Cipralex in my last hospitalization, I have had barely any hypochondria. I've had a bit of hypochondria, but not to the point where I'm going to the ER. So I think Cipralex really helped me. But my experience with it is you got to remind yourself that you're okay. And what helped me too when I didn't have Cipralex was I would go on YouTube and look up hypochondriasis, and I would listen to other people's stories. Um, there was a doctor on YouTube that I watched that talked about hypochondria, and just being educated on it really helped me. It helped me kind of calm down and realize that hey, this isn't a physical thing. It's in my head. And basically just reassuring yourself that it's in your head really helps. That's what helped me. But treatment wise, medication wise, the Cipralex really helped. Um, I don't know. I don't really like. Sorry, it's late. I'm kind of tired, but um, yeah, what helped me was watching YouTube videos on it. Um, but the Cipralex really helped. Um, but yeah, if you're looking to deal with hypochondria and you don't have Cipralex or whatever, my suggestion is to go on YouTube, look up hypochondria, and just read up on the symptoms and remind yourself that you're okay. Um, You can also call like a crisis helpline and ask them if your thoughts are logical, like you're worried about um, you got a bit of numbness in your fingers and you're worried that you're having a heart attack or you have pain in your brain or like you can just ask these people, these professionals, you can ask them if your thinking's logical and oftentimes they'll tell you that it's your hypochondria and that you should relax. And I'm not saying to dismiss warning signs from health problems. I'm just saying um, if you know you have hypochondria and you know you're always worried about a new health problem, look up hypochondria and it might help. I just thought I'd make this video to help those with hypochondria. Um, a lot of people with schizophrenia have hypochondria, but there's also people out there that don't have schizophrenia but have hypochondria. So I can help those people too. My name's Gabriel and I have what they call schizophrenia. By the way, Merry Christmas.